I also work up here in Mooresville, or down here in Mooresville for some of you, as the recreation, one of the assistant athletic directors. So if you guys have any questions or problems today, I'll give you a number for Daniel Lewis. You can call him, since he's over everything. I want to welcome you guys to the Follies program today. This is a big event for the Follies program. I want to first thank all our participants who are in the program this year. I'd like to thank our judges who are here. They will be introduced here shortly by our MC. I'd also like to thank from North Carolina State Games, Senior Games, Ms. Lynn Harrell. She is outstanding, but that means there's not going to be an open bar tonight at the dinner. So I'm sorry, bud, where you at, bud? For a lot of you may not know who I am. I haven't been able to get out to a lot of the senior games this year with some things going on down here. But I'm really apologetic for that because I really enjoy coming up to do all the senior games. But another one of the big reasons why I didn't go a lot of times is because I was tired of getting whooped in all the events I practiced. Talking to some of y'all. YouTube. Now I've got ROTC here. So you two not getting no arguments about who's the best act tonight, Ethel and Martha. All right, we'll have to separate you. We're all here to celebrate life and all the experiences we've been through. This is a good way for everybody to, just to express themselves. I know there's not a whole lot of opportunities, but this is the best way. So next year, everybody bring a friend. Bring a friend to the arts, the actual visual heritage and literary arts, and make sure you bring a friend out to all the senior games events that occur. Okay? At this time, I'm going to introduce you to your MC for the day. He probably doesn't need much introduction from me, but he is the mayor of town of Mooresville, Mr. Miles Atkins.
Thank you, David. Well, good afternoon. All right, come on now. Good afternoon. All right, we have some wonderful performers that are going to be here for us today on stage. So we want to make sure that they hear you and that they know how appreciative you are of their performance. So we want to make sure we give lots of applauses and lots of cheers and support. I want to thank you for the opportunity to be your MC for today. This is my first chance of really getting to know all about the 2012 Ardell County Silver Arts Follies and the whole organization. So I hope to, because of today, get more educated and get more involved to help support this wonderful organization and what everyone's doing. So for me, it's a real opportunity. Thank you. So before we get started, and I hope you don't mind, I'm going to read a little bit so I can stay on track. And you know how politicians are, they like to ramble, so I want to stay on track. So before we get started, let me first review some of the house rules. And I'm sure you already know these, but just out of consideration, please turn off or mute your cell phones. And if you have to get up and leave, do so after the act is started. So at this time, I'd like to introduce our judges for today's program. And they are Clayton Miller. Mr. Miller, if you could just turn around and wave to the crowd. Ms. Terry Adams. And Mr. Stu Eaton. Now, our judges are going to be following a very tight score sheet. And they are going to be judging on technique, and the difficulty of that, creativity, originality, execution, the skill, presentation, the showmanship, and they will add up for a total score, which will then result in our best of show. What we're going to do is we have some more sponsors we want to thank, because we've had a lot of people that have been very supportive of these follies and in this performance. So let's give a big hand for the North Carolina Senior Games. Humana, Walmart, and Lake Norman Internal Medicine. I'm going to go off script a little bit. And I'm going to ask I guess if y'all saw the paper today, in the Mooresville Tribune, we had the Mooresville High School Navy Junior ROTC, who was recognized as the top unit in the country for their being distinguished in their accomplishments. I think the 14th year that they have won this. So these guys are backstage, and I just thought it'd be really wonderful for you guys to see them and to give them a big round of applause. So if you guys can come out from backstage real quick, just come on out real quick. What our seniors today are delivering, a fine example of what these guys can grow up and know what they can do as they grow older. So again, another big round of applause. Thanks, guys. So while we are getting ready to move on to our next act, I'd like to just again acknowledge some additional sponsors. Race City Insurance, Chick-fil-A, and Iredell YMCA. How about they?